I was a little bit hesitant on whether or not to make this video because I wasn't wanting there to be any copycats or people kind of doing the same sort of thing as what you're about to hear, because obviously it's not good for the game. Cheaters are not good for the game in general. But I thought it was something I should share because some of you might not know what is going on behind the scenes if you don't check the in-game leaderboard or you aren't on Twitter. Starting back at the start, the top 100 leaderboard is pretty much occupied mainly by pro players, and then a few top 100 players that aren't considered pro players, but like those bubble scenes, those high-level players until recently. And I'll show you what I mean. This dude here is someone who is known to, I'll go into his TikTok account as well, is someone who is known to win trade. I believe the way the win trading works is he has 3 accounts and he'll queue all 3 at the same time so they can run into each other. And then, so obviously 2 will be on one team, 1 will be on the other team with a completely random high-level player, top 100 player probably, because that's the MMR that he's playing at. And then he will completely throw the game while he's on their pro players team, and he'll get his mates or someone to play properly on the other team. That way he can kind of throw the game as much as he wants. He can take free games from pro players because he's just completely throw the games, bumping them, AFKing, just letting his friends, the other 2 accounts that he kind of runs, he kind of owns, to just have a free game. And so as you'll see, his bio is pros get so mad, ha 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 ha, stay farmed. So you know, off the beginning, we're probably dealing with, if he's any older than 15, then we have an issue. We have someone who's incredibly immature for their age, who's doing this kind of stuff, which also kind of gives you no real meaning. You're literally just, it doesn't matter. Anyway, recently posted this. This came to light. 3,000 MMR on 3 accounts. So all 3 of these accounts are his accounts. He's win traded his way. He's even admitted it. Ooh, not blocking. He's even, I'll move my camera over a little bit for you. He's even admitted it in the post, wintrade.sk, blah, 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 .sk. Like, you know, it's just advertising, which is obviously why another reason why I didn't want to make this video, because it is just advertising for this dude. But, and some of you might know this dude from his TikTok account called, actually I'm not blocking anything, called Legit RL Pro, the cracked SSL. Now, don't get me wrong, I've seen a few of these, and he's not a bad player. Like, he's still decent enough to win some games, but he's not decent enough to become the best player in the world by a considerable amount of MMR. And just so it's known, the world record for MMR in 2v2s, I believe after I did some research, was 2,606, and that was set by Cypical, and it was the record that was set the season before free-to-play. But this dude, apparently, you know, gets to 3,000 MMR, and he's not even hiding the fact that he cheated his way there. If you look at his TikTok account as well, this one, 8 accounts permaban in 1 day, 41 accounts permaban, and he kind of wears it like a badge of honor. Like, it's kind of, yeah, sorry, this comment, perfect. Real question though, what do you win out of all of this? My respect. Yeah, see, you've got a fan base of children who are like, oh, that's so cool, man, you're so cool. It's so cool that you're toxic and you're exploiting. Like, I don't know, man, I just don't understand what you, don't worry, bro, you have user 18 blah, blah, blah's respect, yeah. I don't understand what you get out of this and why there are people that look up to this dude and was like, it's so funny being toxic. Like, I really enjoy that you're trolling. He's also someone that uses the bots. Before the bots were kind of eliminated and taken out by Psionics, which they were taken out to an extent, but apparently there are still some in the game. He's someone that would go into pro lobbies and just use these bots. So I believe that's how he does it. So I go back to my previous statement. That's how he does it. He will play on one account and he will completely throw while on the team of the pro player. And on the other team, he will have 2 next door bots and 2 of these bots that are playing at a high rank anyway and just hitting perfect flicks. You've got someone whose entire social media presence right now is just trolling pro players, trolling top 100 streamers, getting their accounts permaban, like being toxic, exploiting the game, win trading, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then, you know, even in this, I'm covering it up a little bit. I'll scroll for you guys. Even here, for boosting Discord below. And then in brackets, 41 accounts. I don't know why you think that's good promotion, my man. It's stupid. But at the same point, he's just advertising that, yeah, he's boosting because he's win trading, he's getting there unfairly. Anyone that supports this dude is complete idiot. It's so stupid. But on top of that, while he was sitting here, 3,000 MMR, which is a full 400 MMR above Cypical's world record of 2,606, his is 406 MMR higher. On 3 accounts, by the way, Psionics have actually taken action. If you go to in-game now, you'll see the leaderboards, they're removed. and Ato, sorry, is 2,335 MMR at rank 1. So I don't know what Psyonix can really do here. If they do keep removing these players, they have to stay on top of it pretty quickly, because otherwise they'll make new accounts, they'll do the same thing again. And if they make more accounts and they do go further and further up, it just means more people get kind of hit by it as they go. So obviously they got to start again, which means all the way up they hit more and more people. If you leave the accounts at that MMR, then you have the case of they're probably not going to find games at 3,000 MMR, but then the leaderboards are tainted, sorry. It's an interesting case. I don't know what you really do. I feel like you can't IP ban in this game because VPNs, blah, blah, blah. So I think we're in a really interesting case right now. 2023, a lot has kind of gone wrong. We've got the AI bots who are just infiltrating ranked, who have seemingly been taken out now, but apparently they are still in the game. And then on top of that, you've got win traders who are getting their way to 3,000 MMR, like 400 MMR higher than the world record. Everything just seems to be a little bit all over the place. And something that some people have said that can kind of put this thing in its place is if we bring in phone number identification, so that when you make a new account, or when you make an account, you put in your phone number. If you put your phone number into your account, you have like, that's your set account, right? That gets banned. You gotta put a new phone number into a second account. And there are ways to get around that with the internet, but there are ways to get around the ways they get around that. If that makes sense. Or like an anti-cheat thing. Like I know Riot has some sort of anti-cheat Vanguard kind of thing, which has its moments where it's not a little bit, it's not all there, I guess. But anti-cheat might be something we need to bring into Rocket League just because of how rough it has been. It's been, what, we're 24 days into 2023, and we've got hackers, we've got cheating, we have exploiting, we've got AI, everything, dude. So I think at the moment, Rocket League's in a really tricky place. I do really feel for Psyonix. They kind of got hit with everything all at once. I think they did a really good job taking down the win traders in the rank lobby, but I think from here, it might get a little bit harder for them because obviously, you know, these people probably have the AI and everything has gone along for so long now. I feel like people are going to find more and more ways to exploit and get through these things. So I think an anti-cheat is in order here, but that is just my opinion. I'm obviously not an expert on this thing. I've never really even considered Rocket League to be a game you can cheat at, but now in the last 24 days, it's all come out that you can cheat in these games. And so I'm just as confused as anyone. But yeah, so that's the world record was broken by cheaters. I obviously would not consider it a legitimate world record. I think it's a complete, like, it's stupid to consider this dude a world record holder. I think it's completely, anyone that follows him and anyone that thinks what he's doing is fun or funny or like, yeah, let's be toxic, let's just go throw players games. I don't know, you get nothing out of it, man. It feels stupid. It feels stupid to idolize people whose only way of having fun in the game or only way to make content out of the game is just bringing other people down. And just trying to throw their games and make their lives in ranked or their lives playing the game just worse, you know? But yep, that's my take on it. I think Psyonix is in a pretty tricky situation, but I think they've handled it pretty well so far. So hopefully this doesn't go any further. We'll see how things turn out. We've only just started 2023. We have a long year ahead of us. And if this starting month is anything to judge it by, we might be in for a hell of a year.